first time match.
Yeah, the way that Shimizu's playing, honestly, I mean, he might be... That first time match is definitely going to be interesting to watch, but forget about Grands. Right now, we're going to be seeing who's going to be going into Grands because we got Shimizu and Lize here to start off, and Lize is locked in over on the Zuri. The pick has been working, you know, throughout today's tournament. We've seen them, I mean, swap to so many legends right now, but it seems like, you know, the Zuri is kind of the sweet spot for them right now. But
and Shimizu abandoning Axe to get the Lance, because I thought Shimizu had the better previously at the Axe Guitars matchup in general, although it was a bit closer to 50-50 net side sig catches. But Shimizu's back on Axe, and now it's going to catch with no dodge, and Shimizu is able to counter that. So right now about even, despite all this.
And right now, I mean, it is even as can be here. And, you know, that kind of speaks to the set that we saw in the winner's side. I mean, it was just such a nail-biter here. So I would not expect any less coming in from both of these players. Lize and Shimizu, it just seems like it's just so neck and neck between these players. It's hard to say who's going to have the upper hand in this set.
Yeah, it really all depends. Like if you're going to keep if Lize keeps playing guitars into Axe, it's really going to depend who wins the matchup, and it's really a matter of, can Lize get in without getting punished by Axe? And Shimizu did a great job last set of really punishing with Axe, staying on Axe here. But that's really what we saw in the first set between these two. That's what we saw there. And seeing something like this, how it's going to match up is going to really determine who wins. Right now, it'd be like ground pound. Takes that. So still about even. We aren't seeing Lize going into guitars versus Axe again. Lize preferring to stay on sword. Lize is really looking for that D-Light to try to get some more damage or get a KO. Probably not a KO at this percentage, but now it will be a KO. Let's see. Shimizu picking up Axe. Lize on guitars now. Nope. Recovery is a little bit late there, and there's D-Light recovery, and that will take the stock. So going to the sword for the KO confirm, and Lize is up a little bit in change. Let's see if Lize can build up some extra credit. Here's in there.
Yeah, Jaguar. I mean, I think the game plan for many Azuri players is kind of build up your damage on the guitars and then swap over for the sword to get the KO. I mean, sword, like we said, does have some nice KO potential. You got the true kill confirms, of course, off of that D-Light, so it makes sense that Lize, is going for this game plan here. Big stare to counter that recovery, but the recovery onto Shimizu is able to get Lize stock out. My bad. But anyways, nice stock situation. Oh yeah.
Shimizu showing a lot of control on Axe, like really just showing a lot of that. We thought earlier there were no options, so Shimizu is able to get some damage that eventually put Lize into a situation where that recovery off stage would KO. And right now, Shimizu hitting a Sare. Lize again off stage. Will Lize make it back? Lize does, but right in D-Light range. Shimizu going for Sidelight to try to take the KO. Let's see. Throwing away Axe. Recovery will take it, and Lize wins game one. But that went down to last stock red. Definitely not a blowout. A really close and exciting game. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of these for the rest of this set.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to it, man. We're going to be preparing here for game number 2. And I mean, yeah, it makes sense that, I mean, this set is going so back and forth between these players here. My fault, guys. We didn't put up the predictions, but predictions are up in chat. Go ahead and vote on who you think is going to be winning this one. Is it going to be Lize or is it going to be Shimizu? Because honestly, man, I don't even know who's going to be winning this one. But the way that Shimizu started off for that game number 1 seemed pretty like Shimizu's riding the momentum from that last set against Fang, where he got that 3 stock as well to end it off. But anyways, let's see. New game here. We're going to be going to game number 2 here, where Shimizu's up 1-0. Lize, I mean, still has yet to put themselves up on the board here, but we're hoping that they're able to take this game number 2, bring this set count a little bit tight for them.
Dodge, actually, Dodge really showing nicely at Lance, but Shimizu, as you mentioned, like just came for a previous set. Also, I think did the previous set before that, so 3 in a row now for Shimizu.
Right.
It was in the losers quarterfinal, but that dare is going to catch Shimizu on the edge. So still about even in this game, but Shimizu punish. Nice Sare punish. Let's see, that ground pound won't connect. Lize gets a punish, but not going to really get good positioning on that. So we're about neutral, and Shimizu going off stage. Catches, and a Sair will take it. Was not expecting that Nair Sair to catch, but there's a ground pound him. Must have really read Lize on that. Let's see. So Lize trying to build up extra damage, has guitars now. Let's see, that's recovery won't KO, so we are neutral. Lize going for that and gets a bit too early and falls into ground pound hitbox. Weapon throw, that recovery will not connect for a KO. Sorry, will not KO. And Lize already in orange.
Yeah, already in orange here, and look at the lead that Shimizu was able to build up. Finally able to take out that stock. Now Lize is, able to tie up the stock count, but the damage has already been done. Shimizu has Lize on orange health right now, but his guitars, they're starting to cook up just a little bit, but drops the guitars now looking for, I believe, the sword? Yeah, has his sword now. Yeah. Still got to build up a little bit more damage, then you're looking for the KO, but all Shimizu needs, maybe one combo, and then you're looking for the KO. There they go, the end light does connect. You're seeing Liz just being so careful off stage there. Yeah. Does not want to get Axe ground pound or something. But Shimizu now...
or even running into Olgrim D-Sig like we've seen earlier.
Yeah. Ooh, side sig, very ambitious, but doesn't connect. Catch. Nice double nair. Nice Sair.
Nice Sair.
Shimizu still living though.
And Lize is all over that to catch that recovery. Lance recovery is like very unfortunate in that you're pretty much locked into a single path. So that's one of the downsides of Lance, and Lize was just all over it. That end light will take it, and we're once again going to the last stock for both players.
Yeah. Once again, just shows how evenly matched these players are and just how even this set is going to be. But all eyes are on Liz right now because Liz does not want to go home this early. They want to go ahead and make their run back against Shogun into the grands here. But Shimizu, not going to make it an easy task for them to do so. Racking up some nice damage over on the Axe. Building back the damage. Just slowly diminishing the lead. Big Sair, and that's just it. Takes that stock, takes the KO, and just like that, it's a 2-0 advantage right now in Shimizu's favor.
1-1. Liz won game. Right. I thought Liz won game 1.
Oh, Liz won game 1, right?
I think so, yeah. That's what I have on my tally sheet. I'm keeping a tally sheet. Folks don't know, but I'm actually keeping a tally sheet here, and
well, thank God for your tally sheet because I actually had the scores wrong. My fault there, chat. But it is right now 1-1. Liz taking the first game, Shimizu taking the second. So yeah, man, so interesting. But let's see. No swaps once again from both players. And yeah, I think honestly we're gonna be going back to the same map. Yep, Demon Island.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Alright. How do you think this game number 3 is going to go? Now that we're on match point, do you think it's going to go in Shimizu's favor given that he won game number 2? Or do you think Liz is going to answer back and going to take this game number 3?
Well, not quite match point because, no one wants to be down 2-1 in the set. So I think very much similar to what we've seen before. And it doesn't look like much different. Like we had no counter picks. It's looking pretty much the same neutral interactions. Liz trying to land D-Light on sword to build up damage as we saw before and get some guitar strings off. And Shimizu playing Lance quite well here. That recovery is not going to connect. Out of options, is Liz going to make it back? Liz will make it back. And there's Enlight. Plays tag on the wall and Shimizu is there. So that's a KO. Like playing tag on the wall like that is a nice way to get a KO like that in this situation. Let's see.
Most definitely.
Liz has guitars now.
Liz over onto guitars. Has to try to see if he can get this KO.
Jump, and that's gonna connect.
Gets the dunk, but it's on stage. I definitely think they would expect to put this to get the dunk over off stage so they can get the KO. But over on the sword now, looking for that ground pound. Isn't able to get it. Shimizu racking up some nice damage. Goes for the ground pound. Now finally connects. Leads to the KO. But look at the damage here, Jaguar. It's already been done. Shimizu has some sort of lead.
Right, but it's never over till last stock. We've seen guitars can very easily equalize if you get off one good string. And like that, whoa! That ground pound missed, but I know Liz was going for the KO right away on guitars off stage. If that connected, like Liz is suddenly reversed this match and is well ahead. But as it stands, Liz has actually erased the deficit, and it's Liz slightly ahead. Bit of red-orange to red. I mean, once damage numbers come, we won't have to talk about it in general color terms, but that's for another time.
Yeah, man, but I mean, oh my goodness, the damage is
And
so
recovery
even.
well played.
Liz, though, able to finally take out that stock there. Now, Shimizu's over onto their last stock. Once you're seeing that Liz, I mean, still holding their second stock and looking now to build up the damage. And I believe Shimizu at the start of this set, at the start of this game, sorry, was the one that was starting with the lead. Now we're seeing Liz turn things back around, holding the second stock for so long, able to take that second stock, and you know, now looking to build a lead for themselves. What a wonderful balancing.
No options, so Liz basically reading at D-Sig for no options, and catches the dodge there to take that stock, and we're almost equal again.
Ah. Almost equal indeed, Jaguar, and I mean, I don't know what to make of this. It's just so even. It's such a nail biter of a set here. But we're boiling down to the last moments here of our game number 3. One person's got to win it, but I'm not sure if it's going to be Shimizu. I'm not sure if it's Liz, but oh my god, right now Shimizu does have the upper hand here.
Shimizu just sitting waiting for punishes, and that ground pound did not KO, but that Sarah will. Just like playing solidly on Axe with a punish mindset, and building up damage and getting the KO. It was certainly close, but it's certainly close, but that sort of thing, like really turning around that third stop. And so now Shimizu is up 2-1.
Yeah. Has Liz onto match point and looking to, you know, for the first time in today's tournament, make the run against Shogun here. So I'm definitely going to be excited to see that, but it all depends on how Liz performs here in this next game.
We have a swap, Lucian now into you're having Lucian going into the Olgrim. So no change on Shimizu, but Liz is now playing that. So we've got Liz picking up blasters. So I don't think we've seen blasters yet this tournament. So far, not too much. But Shimizu, we have seen Shimizu on Axe and is still very solid here. You're seeing like Shimizu just getting a lot of damage, getting a lot of hits to connect. It seems like Liz is trying to force things with that, and now Liz picking up the guitars. Maybe the guitar is the preferred weapon, although I don't know why Liz kept blasters. Whereas we saw, like with the sword, Liz was just throwing away sword the first opportunity. And there, that sidelight Nair is going to connect, ground pound will not, and that Sig does not connect and the Nair punishes. So still Shimizu has an advantage on the Axe there, but almost equalized. That's going to connect. Liz has no options, and that's going to be the first stop.
Yeah, what a wonderful first stock that Shimizu was able to take, and I mean, still at a decent percentage right now, so he can definitely build up a lead. But I mean, this swap over to the Lucian is definitely interesting. Obviously, I mean, still have the shared weapon of the guitar, so there is going to be that. But I mean, the blasters, we haven't seen blasters in a hot minute. I can't lie. The last time I saw, I mean, a blasters player in like a pro level gameplay, I mean, I really can't remember, specifically in EU, to be honest. Definitely kind of an uncommon weapon to be playing here in today's tournament, but still, I mean, Liz is somewhat making it work, but they need to take out this first stock immediately, man. Just Shimizu's living too long, and the damage has already been racked up. They need to get this stock out.
To punish that fifth, but that one is punished. Still not a KO though, so Liz needs to look for that KO. And I wonder if that's a problem thing, because blasters are notoriously difficult to KO if you can't hit D-Light.
Yeah.
And guitars, as we saw, have a bit of problems. You need to get a string or a signature. So I'm not sure if this is going to be like if, in a situation where you need KOs, if Lucian's going to be very easy to do it with.
Yeah, indeed.
But right now, Liz doesn't need to worry about KOs. Right now, Liz needs to build damage, and looks like we're doing that. But needs to avoid Axe like that D-Light hit. And nice catch. Just keeps going with guitars. That's how you build up damage. Almost equal. And Shimizu punishes, and that's confirmed because of that GC move. And so Shimizu takes Liz to tournament stock. And that haymaker doesn't KO. Sayers back on the stage. Liz not able to take advantage there. That Sig doesn't connect. Liz was really looking for that KO. Recovery doesn't KO. I don't believe it. Shimizu dodges recovery. Liz is just desperately looking for a KO here. That's not going to do it. Liz, unarmed, picks up the blasters, and now the three-piece over on Shimizu on Lance, and already, like, Liz is going to have to catches the Sair coming back on the stage, and that will do it. So Liz is in orange, so needs to build up damage, but Liz has guitars. Liz can easily do that, and then just needs to find the last KO to take the stock and go into game 5.
Yeah, but the lead from Shimizu, and he's working with it so much. It seems like the beginning of the end here, Jaguar. My goodness.
Well, yeah, Liz just running into a lot of the axe stuff, and just Shimizu's all over it to punish, and that's the thing we saw. Except Shimizu is so dominant on axe with punishing, and that Enlight will take it, and Shimizu is going to the grand finals.
Wow, insane! Just wonderful performance coming in from Shimizu. Sadly, Liz is going to be going home right now in the 3rd place spot. I know they were eager for the run back on to Shogun, but sadly, that is not going to be the case. Shimizu is going to be taking the set in a 3-1 fashion here. And what do you make of this set here, Jaguar? How do you feel about it?
Well, I think Shimizu was just showing axe dominance as before. Just really showing a lot of punishing it really well, and then using the Lance there. Really good at spacing, and then getting off strings of their own with Lance too. We saw like an early stock taken away with Sarah Dare on Lance off stage. Not as much as to the extent as they set with Fang, like taking early stocks, but still really dominant performance, something Shogun's going to have to play around.